In the jungle of global finance, where billions sleep and trillions move, there was one man who didn't just play the game. He bent the rules, rewrote the script, and cashed out before the credits rolled. His name is whispered in trading halls, feared in boardrooms, and written in the footnotes of fallen economies. George Soros, not a banker, not a politician, but a man who could outsmart both. This is the story of a mind that hunted weakness, moved like lightning, and feasted on chaos.
A unique day in London's financial markets ended with the Chancellor announcing that the pound was being suspended from the ERM and that the second of two dramatic interest rate rises during the day was after all cancelled.
Today has been an extremely difficult and turbulent day. Massive speculative flows have continued to disrupt the functioning exchange rate mechanism. As chairman of the Council of European Finance Ministers, I have called a meeting of the Monetary Committee in Brussels urgently tonight to consider how stability can be restored to the foreign exchange markets. In the meantime, the government has concluded that Britain's best interests are served by suspending our membership of the exchange rate mechanism. As a result, the second of the two interest rate increases that I sanction today will not take place tomorrow, and minimum lending rate will be at 12% until conditions become calmer. I will be reporting to Cabinet, discussing the situation with colleagues tomorrow, and may make further statements then. But until then, I have nothing further to say. Thank you very much.
To understand George Soros, you must forget everything you know about investing. This wasn't Warren Buffett's world of long-term bets and dividend patience. No. Soros hunted distortion. He believed markets weren't rational. They were emotional, fragile, prone to illusion. And if you could see through the illusion, you could print your own reality. He called it reflexivity, the idea that perception drives markets more than facts, that people don't react to truth. They react to fear, to greed, to stories. And Soros? He didn't just read the story, he wrote the ending. In 1973, Soros launched his quantum fund. But this wasn't a mutual fund for retirees. It was a financial sniper rifle. In 10 years, it delivered a return of over 4,000%. That's not a portfolio. That's an uprising. He didn't diversify. He went all in. He didn't follow trends. He broke them. He didn't hedge risk. He became the risk. He studied nations like traders study companies, politics, debt, central bank policies. Everything was a signal. Everything was leverage. And then came the day that turned a man into a legend. 1992. The UK had chained itself to the European exchange rate mechanism. But the pound was weak, overvalued, a lamb in lion's clothing. Soros smelled blood, and with calm calculation, he loaded his weapon, $10 billion in short positions against the pound, betting it would fall, betting the Bank of England wouldn't survive the pressure. And on September 16th, Black Wednesday, the dam broke. The UK hiked interest rates. Then again, Das Pratishat, 12%, 15%. A nation gasped, markets screamed. Soros? He stood still. By nightfall, the pound collapsed. The UK was forced out of the ERM. The Bank of England was humiliated. And George Soros? He walked away with $1.5 billion in a day. One man made more money than the GDP of several nations. And he did it with a bet against pride, a bet against illusion. Soros didn't predict the future. He diagnosed its fractures. He didn't need luck. He had clarity. He didn't react to panic. He caused it. While others prayed for stability, Soros hunted instability. Currency crises, debt spirals, bubbles ready to burst. These weren't disasters. These were invitations. He made billions shorting the Thai baht before the Asian financial crisis. He crushed positions in Russia before the ruble crumbled. When the world zigged, Soros zagged with force. To some, he's a genius. To others, a villain. But one thing is certain. George Soros understood that money is never neutral. It moves in waves, and sometimes it crashes like a hammer. While the world argued about morality, Soros played reality like a violin. And the strings were tied to currencies, economies, and empires. He didn't just trade money, he traded confidence. And once he took yours, he took your market. In the end, George Soros didn't break the Bank of England. The bank broke itself. He just saw it first, quicker, sharper, louder. He proved that in a world run by numbers, the most dangerous man is the one who can turn numbers into weapons. Not a trader, not a guru, not even a legend. George Soros was, and is, the wolf who ate Wall Street. Is he a financial genius or an economic terrorist? You decide. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let the debate begin. And if you made it to the end, thank you. Remember to hit the like button and the subscribe button to keep getting more financial stories and documentaries like this. This is Tales by Zach. Till next time, keep it real.